You saw wait, and as I told you, wait is a mechanism to send the exit path to reach to one AS, and that is just locally significant on one router. I have another locally significant parameter that's a local preference, but local preference is locally significant to one AS, so I can select which router in this AS is the preferred path to exit to reach to one specific network. For example, I want to reach to AS54 and I want to select switch 2 to exit instead of router 1. And let me go and check the routes first. If I go to router 1 and try to show IP-BGP table, you can see that anything is going to exit from router 2 to reach to AS54. On switch 2 again, you can see that it tells me that I am selecting router 3 as my exit point. So this is not the desired path. I want everything go through router 3. So I go to switch 2, go to configuration mode, and I only want this to reach to AS54. So I will create an IP AS path access list, and I number it 54 and permit any route that ends with 54. That means 54 is the origin of that route. So I hit enter, create a route map, and the name of that route map is going to be local, for example, preference. You can name it anything. Permit 10 will match with as-path-54, and anything that is matched with as-path-54 will have a local preference of 200. So 200 is more than 100, 100 is the default, so I will select 200 as the local preference. The rest of the routes are going to be intact, they are not going to be touched. So let's go to router BGP 16 process. Here I will assign this local preference to any network that I receive from 110.133. So I will assign a route map. The name of route map is local pref, and because I am doing this inbound, any route that I receive from router 3 will be touched, so this is inbound. So I hit enter. Let me clear IP BGP any neighbor softly. This will trigger the routes to come and go out, come in and go out. Okay, let me show IP BGP table, and I can see that I only prefer router 3. I don't want to reach to router 2 to send my networks out. Let me go to router 1 and check IP BGP table again. Now you can see that router 3 is the preferred exit path because it is a local preference of 200. So let's go to router 2 and router 3. I have showed you the local preference. Here I want to create some loopback interfaces for my next section's configurations. So interface loopback 21 is gonna be 21 2. That's a loopback interface. And 22 is going to be like this. And of course I will have a 23 and 24. Now let's advertise them into BGP table. I go to router BGP2 for network 2221.0. I have a mask of 24-bit. For the next 22, 23, and 24 are going to be added to the BGP table. Let's go to router 3, and I want to have some loopback interfaces here. Interface loopback 31, for example. IP address is 33.31.3, 24-bit, and 32. It's gonna be 32. 33 will be 33, 34, and 35. So I have 5 loopback interfaces here. Rather BGP3, I will advertise them to BGP table with network 3331.0, mask of 24 bits, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, save everything. And let's go back to our other one and check the BGP table again now. And you can see that because I have local preference set only for the routes that I receive from AS54, router 3 is the preferred exit path to reach to them. The other routes are not going to be affected. You can see that this is the best path to reach to the routes that I receive from AS2, and for AS3 I have still 3 preferred paths, 2 different paths to reach to them. If I go to switch 2 and check the BGP table again here, you can see the same thing here. I prefer router 3 to reach to loopback interfaces of that router, and to reach to router 2 I have 2 different paths. And this is because I have selected to have an IP as-path access list. Now in next section I want to talk about other topics.